The Path of Mercy, the life and legacy of Pope Francis. Since the first rays of sunlight on December 17, 1936, in Flores, a neighborhood in Buenos Aires, the life of Jorge Mario Bergoglio has brought with it the breath of hope of a family of Italian immigrants. The only child of Mario and Regina, Jorge grew up in a modest home where Italian mixed with Spanish, and conversations at the table revolved around the challenges and dreams of those who arrive on a new continent. As a boy, he helped his father in the mechanic's shop, learning the value of honest work, and accompanied his mother on visits to sick neighbors, discovering the power of care and affection. Formation and calling at the age of 17, moved by an inner impulse that seemed impossible to ignore. He entered the Jesuit novitiate in San Miguel. There, between long hours of prayer, philosophy studies, and discussions on theology, Jorge Mario found a path of dedication and discernment. His spiritual master, Father Gabriel Rivero, was impressed by the young man's sensitivity in dealing with the doubts and fears of his colleagues. He listens with his heart before responding with his mind, he noted in his diaries. Ordained a priest on December 13, 1969, he soon faced the turmoil of the Argentine military dictatorship. Although he maintained a low profile, his commitment to protecting threatened lives stands out. Sheltering persecuted priests and seminarians, and secretly supporting charitable groups that helped missing families. In 1986, he became provincial of the Jesuits in Argentina, a position in which he encouraged the renewal of pastoral practices among the poorest, promoting collective lunches in peripheral parishes and rediscovering the Ignatian method of presence, being present body and soul with those who suffer. From cardinal to the throne of Peter, appointed auxiliary bishop of Buenos Aires in 1992, and then archbishop in 1998. Bergoglio gained a reputation as a street pastor. He preferred public transportation, rented theaters for youth gatherings, and opened centers for drug addicts. In 2001, Pope John Paul II elevated him to the cardinalate, recognizing his ability to engage in dialogue in a church still marked by post-conciliar conservatism. The election of Jorge Mario Bergoglio as Pope on March 13, 2013, surprised the world. By adopting the name Francis, he paid homage to Saint Francis of Assisi, the saint of simplicity and love for the poor. In the days immediately following the conclave, he rejected the traditional open papal throne, opting instead for an uncovered seat, and prayed for God's poor, before any prayer for the cardinals. His first speech echoed like a call to conversion. May Jesus free us from so much worldliness, he asked, his voice breaking. Teachings, encyclicals, and reforms. In 2015, he launched the encyclical Laudato Si', a pioneering work that inaugurated the Church's ecological agenda, linking the poverty of peoples to environmental degradation and calling for a true culture of encounter between generations and nations. 2 years later, he brought together the congregations of charity, justice, and human promotion into a single dicastery with the aim of integrating social, humanitarian, and development actions into a single mission. In 2020, amid the COVID-19 pandemic, Francis presided over the first online consistory in history, granting an extraordinary PayPal pardon to the sick and health workers, and appealing for global solidarity. We cannot save ourselves alone, he insisted, as millions suffered pain and isolation. The synodal process, which began in 2021, is perhaps its greatest challenge. A church that goes forth, that listens, and walks alongside all its voices. Dioceses on every continent have welcomed assemblies of lay people, religious, bishops, and even atheists or agnostics in listening sessions to rethink the mission and structure of the Church. In 2024, the Synod on Synodality concluded with proposals for greater participation of lay people in decision-making and for the valorization of the role of women, signaling a future of co-responsibility, gestures that echo the world. Throughout his career, Francis has not hesitated to wash the feet of Muslim immigrants in an Italian prison, touch the wounds of lepers at the snow hospital, or visit poor neighborhoods in Maputo, Mozambique, with the aim of showing that there is no such thing as an elite church, but rather a church that is an embassy of the poor. In 2016, he met with the Grand Imam of Al-Azhar in Cairo, a historic gesture of reconciliation between Catholics and Muslims. And in 2018, he visited the Ecumenical Patriarch in Istanbul, strengthening ties with Eastern Orthodoxy. Today, and the enduring legacy, in May 2025, at the age of 88, Francis continues his mission. Even facing the health limitations typical of his age, his serene gaze and calm voice continue to echo in sermons and audiences, inspiring projects of social justice and environmental protection.